Atlantic Motorsport Park was built in 1974. In 1987, they hosted the first Canadian National Superbike Championship races here on the East Coast, and they've been running here ever since. Welcome everyone to Mopar CSBK for 2012, and welcome to Shubenacadie Round 3 of the 2012 season. We're continuing on with our East Coast content and talking to members of what we call the East Coast Cartel, and we've caught up now with a member of that cartel riding the Harley-Davidson XR 1200 class, Blaise Fougere. Blaise, thanks for coming on board once more with us.
Welcome to the East Coast.
We had the chance to chat with you at St. Eustache, but of course now we're in your hometown. Now you're at your home track. Great to be back, eh?
It is awesome to be back. It's been great. We've been blessed with great weather this weekend, and really look forward to having a great weekend.
You know, surprisingly, more so than any track that I've been to in Canada thus far, this place celebrates its history. I mean, the corners around this racetrack are named after a number of people. We have Canfield Corner here, corner number 11, just as a small example. You guys really celebrate your heritage.
Yes, we embrace it, and there's a lot of history at this track. There's a lot of the who's who of racing have raced at this track. Any of the Canadian and North American racers. We have Gilles Villeneuve, who's had the lap record here the first weekend we had racing here.
I'm going to jump in for a moment because you just reminded me that turn 1 here at Shubenacadie is Villeneuve Corner.
Villeneuve Corner, yes. And as well as that, we've had a lot of racing greats, Canadian racing greats over the years race here and win races here, from Miles Baldwin, Rube McMurder, Miguel Duhamel scored a dramatic win here in 1989. One of his first big wins here in Canada in the Superbike class. And throughout the years, we have Steve Crevier has been dominant here, and as well as many of the other, Pascal Placotte, many of the other famous racers in Canada.
Right on. Yeah, as a matter of fact, we were just talking to Paul Smith from Freedom Cycle in Halifax, and he was telling me a story about going into turn 1 and getting passed by Yvon Duhamel, passing him on the outside of turn 1. You know how difficult that can be.
Yeah, you're sure right. And Yvon has just been a master here. He's won many vintage races out here, and we used to celebrate a couple of big vintage races out here. And Yvon and his team, Obsolete, were very fast out here.
One of the things that I really enjoy seeing on the East Coast here is the way you've been passing the torch. We talked about the history and the heritage of this place. We talk about the individuals passing the torch, like Ronnie Monroe, for instance, and Austin Shaw O'Leary. There we have one generation coming right behind the next generation. You guys just keep churning out the talent here.
It sure is, and it's really, really nice to see. We have some strong racers coming up in the East Coast. The development of some of the other classes has really lent very well. It's been embraced out here in the East Coast, and we've got a strong wave of new talent cropping up, and you're going to see them in the next couple of years.
Yeah, we talked about the history of this place and the heritage, and the fact that, you know, we have talent existing. Ronnie Monroe would be a good example, and we have the young talent coming up like Austin Shaw O'Leary, again, as an example.
Yes, we have a strong pool of talent that's coming up, Frank, throughout the next couple of years in the East Coast. We have Austin Shaw O'Leary, as you've seen. He's out there at lap record pace today, hoping to get an amateur superbike lap record. We have Bailey Ives that's coming up strong in the CBR 250 class, as well as a couple of the other strong riders in our that are coming up through the ranks. They've been creeping up through our server system we have here, which includes high performance riding schools, and then some of the club racing we do. And it's very, very nice to see the upcoming talent growing and being able to show their mark on the national series.
So how's this for a deal? You guys keep churning out the talent, and we'll just keep watching.
Okay, well, thank you very much, and hopefully we're looking for a great weekend out here in the East Coast.
Great stuff. East Coast Cartel member Blaise Fougere.